So, your description is the story. So this is where you take your mission statement and your vision statement and you start to take the spirit of those and actually get into the specifics of your business. You're talking about what it is that you're making in much more specific language. So it is, what is the event? What are the things that you are providing? What are the products that you're making? What's going to happen? So you're getting more into the details. And like we talked about last time, this is part of where we're figuring out what are the features, what are the specifics, and then also the marketing language that says, okay, those are nice features, but how does it benefit the customer? So you can guess this is starting to lead us towards a value proposition. So this is all in your book, by the way. I want to remind you that you are in the second class, and we're actually on page 5, in case you care. And all of these slides are in here, although I've changed a few slides already since this was printed, so some things are a little bit different, so you can't, just totally skate on through. But here's what I wanted to tell you about. I want to talk about the venture description, and this got me really excited because I found this new person and this new website, which is called Enchanting Marketing. There's a link on the website so that you can go directly to her website, but what's really cool is that she is a non-native English speaker who does marketing for businesses. And she has workshops and things that you can buy that teach you how to be a better marketing writer for business. But she gives away a ton of information for free. So she has all these great podcasts and blog posts that are about how to be a great writer and how to think about how you're connecting with your customer. But she's also an artist. And so she has drawings on all of her blog posts, and this is her character, Henrietta. I think that's her name. And she has like this alter ego. I've met her. It's like her alter ego of the marketing guru. And one of the things that she, I think, made so clear is this whole sort of tripping up place about features and benefits. The features are the very technical terms of what it is that you're making or doing or creating. And the benefits are the results. But what she talks about doing is doing a so what test. So think about going into a bike shop and you haven't ridden a bike in 15 years, but you want to buy a bike. And you go in and there's like some really sporty guy who's telling you there's 47 speeds and there's these fancy brakes, and you're like, I don't know what you're talking about at all. I just want a bike. And there's the disconnect between the technical term and the value proposition for the customer. So if you say, as a person who is trying to sell a bicycle, who knows that this bike that they're trying to sell has 24 speeds, if you say, instead of it has 24 speeds, and you rattle off what the brand name is and the technical specs, instead you say, it's really great because you can get up a hill in the lowest gear because there's 24 gears that make it so easy for you to ride up and down hills. So you make it real. You remind the person what the value is for them that has nothing to do with the technical specifications of it, but is about why it's better. Like there's this Kazumba seat that is shaped specifically for women that is on this bike. If you say your butt won't get sore, that's all you need to say. You don't need to say anything more than that when you start to realize that while the features are really important to us because we make them and we need to know about them and we need to be able to recall them, it's really the customer who needs to understand what it means for them that makes all the difference in the world. So for you, you're trying to figure out now, and that's part of why we did the surveys already, or the conversations, whatever it turned out to be for you, is what does your venture do for them? How does it impact them? And not necessarily, although they'll ask these questions, because clearly they were asking some of you these questions, what is it? What specifically am I getting in this makerspace? Or what workshops am I getting? There are going to be questions that get asked, but if you start with this long laundry list of it's doing this, this, and this, and this, you lose your audience and you lose their direct connection. So these are the kinds of things that you hopefully were starting to uncover, is what did they value? Even if it wasn't what you thought they should be valuing, what did they tell you? That's really important information for you. It may not change anything about what you're doing, but to know what people value, who you think matter in your mind. I mean, hopefully you weren't asking people who you truly don't care about their opinion, because that would be really a waste of your time, and I advise not doing that. But how are you helping them? Are you actually helping them? And that's actually sometimes a pretty frightening question to ask. And that is where some of us can get tripped up. It's like, do you need this? Well, if everybody says no, that's kind of awful. But it's also really, really, really important to figure out, okay, are they saying they don't need this because they really don't need it? Or did I not explain it right? Or do I really not understand what people need, and I need to go back and rethink whether this is for me or whether this has a viable impact that could be impacting our community, people I know, or people in a specific place that you can get to and serve. So it's pretty valuable but frightening information, because we all want to be right, and we also all sort of want to be helping people. So it can be scary, there's no question about it. So here's now, even though we talked about stretching, we're going to get a little bit more into talking about how the homework went. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, oh good, we have 8. We are missing a lot of people tonight.
Glad I'm here.
Yeah, thank you for coming. So here's what we're going to do. If you all can divide in half, and let's just do half and half for this exercise. And what you're going to do is share with each other the method that you use to get feedback and what the heck did you learn, and then start to think about, oh sorry, I didn't do the so what. So part of the Enchanting Marketing website talks about asking yourself questions. If you're struggling with the value proposition, and you start with, let's start with the makerspace for a second. So you're building a makerspace. So what?
So you could come and use tools if you had a project you wanted to make.
So what?
So you wouldn't have to buy them yourself. And you could also have expertise from members who are already there who know how to use it.
So what?
You can save yourself a lot of YouTube time and mistakes in your project.
So what?
So buy membership.
Good answer. But see how wow, you go, oh my gosh, now you just explained way more than what you would have said in that first sentence. That might be in our mission statement, that might be even right now in our venture description, is to dig down deeper into, oh, I get it. So, oh, I don't have to buy tools. Oh, I have experts. Oh, I mean, I think another so what that you can end up with is so you can make things.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, that was
on your own, right?
Slice.
But sometimes we forget that that most basic so what is where we should lead with,
Yeah.
because it gets right to the heart of what people actually want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Are you feeling are you bored at home? Do you need a hobby? Do you feel frustrated? Do you want to make things? I mean, that's a real piece there. So what you're going to do for the next 20 minutes is each of you is going to get 5 minutes to talk about how you collected data, how you might collect data in the future. So the homework that they all had, in case you hadn't figured this out, was to communicate with 10 people about what your business venture, creative venture is, and get feedback that helps you sort of understand, am I talking about it right? Does anyone want it? What do they think about it? So just a first pass at getting feedback. So talk about what methods you used, and share what you learned, because hopefully you learned something. If you got feedback, there had to be something that you learned from that. And then with each other, try the so what test to try and start digging in a little bit deeper into the value proposition and what people really need to know. Okay? And I will set the timer. So you may begin.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not hoping we can do it.